All right, so I think I found the worst job on LinkedIn. Now, it's that bad that I think it's honestly a troll. Like, that's how bad it is, right? So we got a job by CyberSun Applied Technologies LLC. They're looking for an entry-level software engineer on site based in San Antonio, Texas, right? So they have got the company description. CyberSun Applied Technologies is a premier technology solutions provider. But let's read the role description. This is a remote position requiring a PC and a reliable internet connection. So they've obviously fucked that up, right? They got here on site, but then they're saying it's a remote position. But listen to the interview process. You will go through 20 round interviews.
What?
20.
20 interviews.
Yeah. And
Not an interview with 20 people in it, just like
20
20 separate interviews.
Yeah. An application fee may be required if you are not qualified or experienced. So
What? If you're not qualified, you have to pay money.
Yeah. Now, full disclosure, this was someone from my community
God.
who showed me this. So, like, honestly, like, I'm 90%. I'm 90% sure this is real, but there is a chance that this is just a fucking troll, right? But here, read this as well.
Yeah.
Qualifications: master's degree in computer science. Other related fields acceptable. 12 years experience working with agile processes and meet Scrum Master expectations. And willing to work at a minimum wage of $7.25. You might as well just be. It's funny. We hear those stories on TikTok all the time of like people getting software engineering degrees and then they just work as a barista, right? Their job isn't actually what they do it in. But if you want a job in the industry, at least you can get that minimum wage of $7.25.
This is so trolling. Willing to work on weekends and holidays as well. Come on.
Yeah, and must be available to provide support for working at night. And must be willing to install remote proctoring software when working. So you have to install their shit. And then benefits. This is so funny. This has to be a troll. Free DoorDash delivery under $8 when working holidays.
Yeah.
That's not even a good deal.
Specifically when working holidays, though. That is the stingiest, weirdest job position ever.
Yeah, and then if we click on the company,
Master's
right?
degree for entry level already. No, red flags
Read
everywhere.
this, Andrew. The description is replacing people with AI solutions has never been cheaper.
Yeah, it's never been worse either.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, I'm like, I want to say it is real, but I don't know. It feels like a troll to me. It really does. What do you guys think?
It's too weird, man.
200 to 500 employees. Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah.
Someone made a fake post.
Yeah. Honestly, I reckon it is a fake post.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Unity game developer. Actually, this is right up your alley, Andrew. Let's see if you would apply to this.
Yeah, let's see. Let's suss this
So we
out.
got a job by Sago Mini. Never heard of them before. Promoted by Hira, so they got some money, right? They got some money to pay LinkedIn.
Right.
About the job. I love when companies do this. It's fucking so stupid, right? About the job, and it's literally nothing about the job. It's Sago Mini is an award-winning company devoted to play. They all say this award-winning.
Yeah,
it's
the
the
brag.
buzz term.
Yeah.
It's the fucking buzz term. And then they go on to say they've got 3 million subscription services.
No, it says 3.
Oh, sorry, 3 subscription services. Oh, sorry, I saw 3 subscription services and over 10 million monthly active users. About the role. Do you want to create games that encourage exploration, imagination, and discovery? Then come work at Sago Mini, where you can focus your efforts on finding creative ways to make kids giggle. As a 2D Unity game developer, you will work within a cross-functional team of talented developers, artists, and animation.
You're going to work in a team. That's all I have to say. You're going to be working with a group of people.
Remote position, okay, I guess that's not too bad. And then you'll thrive in this role if it's like have a deep appreciation of the details that take an experience from good enough to great.
So far, it's not like it's bad, but it's like it's a bit cringe, but it's still like I would still continue reading this.
Yeah. So you guys know how I feel about hiring processes. I honestly, I believe it should be 1 to 2 interviews at most. You should have your initial interview, which I don't mind that being like a 10, 5-minute thing where it's like you say, hi, I'm a real person. You prove that you're a human, right? And then you can have the technical interview. I just hate when companies move beyond that, right? So first you get your email application, right? You'll know within 1-2 weeks. That's fine, right? Yeah. And then you got your first 30-minute interview, which I think is too much, right, for a first interview. But you know, I can forgive it. Next, we'll ask you to complete a short take-home assignment assessing the technical skills.
Yeah.
But why the fuck do they require this? And I skipped this point before. Qualifications and skills. acted as an intermediate or senior developer on multiple released games. That's your fucking proof that you can do what they require. Why do they still require a take-home assessment?
And that should be shown in your portfolio or resume.
Yeah,
that you've completed these projects and like there's actual links to see it or download it.
So this is just taking the mickey out of people. It's just wasting everyone's fucking time. It's just to see if you're going to sheep for them, if you're going to be a sheep, right? If you're going to do what they want, because this should be proof enough.
It's all fine up till there for me. That was the threshold of like tolerable to red flag.
Yeah, so you wouldn't apply for this job currently as it stands. Like you wouldn't.
I mean, if I was desperate enough, I would. But like,
would you do the take home whatever short take home assessment means? Whatever.
And that can mean anything. That's what you'd find out in the interview.
Yeah.
If you were smart enough to ask that question, you would ask that in the interview,
which I'm sure a lot of people aren't asking.
Or in the emails, you know, that you would do. Yeah.
And then, let's just read this. Your third interview will be a 2-hour technical interview.
What happened to the second interview?
Good point.
You have your first interview will be 30-minute interview.
Yeah.
And is the take-home assignment your second thing?
Well, it's take home. How can that be an interview?
Yeah. So where's this third interview come from?
Good point.
Why don't they talk about the second interview? What happens in the second interview? Did they miss out on putting a point where you meet the development team? My first
thoughts was human error. They thought, well, we wrote this point. They're treating this short take-home assessment as an interview versus an unpaid test.
And
trying to maybe it's like a gaslight into making people think, oh yeah, this isn't too bad. It's like an interview, but really it's a take-home assignment.
But if it was an interview, it would be they should say like it's a live assignment, but it's take-home. It's not even like a live assignment with them to figure something out.
Be real, Andrew. If you have to make like a short prototype for a game, I don't think you're going to be able to make something in just half an hour.
It won't be stuff like that. It'll be more like, can you reverse a binary tree or something like that? Like every other software developer gets. There's stuff that it's like very particular that if you know your stuff, you know how to do it. But you would never really use that stuff in production.
Okay, I see. Maybe
a lot of theoretical questions, and it's like if you don't know how to do it, it'll be like considered a red mark against you, and they'll just like deduct some points, basically.
Yeah, I know that you had to do an unpaid test once, and that took you longer than that. Took you quite a while. I mean, you might have spent at least a day on that. Remember that unpaid test game you did?
Definitely. Yeah.
So it could mean anything. Well, it's so ambiguous. We don't know.
Yeah. It could just mean make a prototype. Or something.
Anyway, back to the point. Your third interview will be a 2-hour technical interview.
Oh, there you go. There's the live coding exercise. That's what that's where that comes in. Okay, so it goes in a little later.
And we'll explore, so technical experiences through questions,
this is where
answers,
they ask you,
and Deloitte. Is this additional, though? Or is this talking about this? Because
No. That's all in one.
I mean, like, is this live coding exercise talking about this?
No.
So it's an additional...
Yeah, so live coding exercise will be like, can you reverse this binary tree? Or do you know how to use hash maps? Blah, 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 all that crap.
So why the hell do we need to do this if we're doing this as well?
The reason they do this stuff is to see if you can explain things under pressure. The other stuff wasn't as much under pressure. This was like showing your talent and technique and stuff.
I see.
The next part is to get you like super theoretical and super make you stress during the live interview process where they ask you questions, and if you can't answer it, they'll know that they'll measure you on how good you are acting under pressure.
2 hours is a long time, man.
That's the whole point. It's an endurance test. It's not just like you have to get all the questions right or else red flags.
And the most effed up part of this is it's probably legal to do it too. It just doesn't feel right.
They do this all the time outside of game development. They do this with software development, web development, everything.
Oh, there's got to be something we can do. Like we can't even see. The problem is everyone like, how do we mitigate this shit? How do we prevent this shit from happening? Right? It's really hard. You can discourage it all you want, but there really has to be something done that prevents it. They shouldn't be allowed to take this much of your time.
The hiring teams must think that is what's required to weed out the wheat from the chaff. Like they're doing it because they can as well. It's like because they can do it, they will do it. And it would work for most of it, but they're gonna miss out on that one person who actually is good at what they do. Except that they don't need to have these. They don't want their time wasted on going through these long technical interviews for no reason.
Yeah. And then fourth interview and final. Thanks for making it a final one. You'll meet with a cross-functional group of Sargo Mini members for an hour, right? I don't know why it has to be an hour.
You discuss your past work experience. Wouldn't that have been done in the first part?
Yeah, this is part. See, this is what I mean. Again, this is my past work experience. This is the proof.
They need to get the team members to look at your
And
past
this
work experience
degree.
at the start. That's how you would weed out people with experience or not.
It's just these hiring managers are
That
just
should be
fucking
the only
lazy.
thing that's in that process. Just that one interview where they discuss your past work experience, and then they'll be able to figure out if you've got enough experience or not.
Yeah, it's stupid. This past work experience, shouldn't that be something discussed in one of the first interviews?
My theory is the people who are part of the hiring team here, they need work, so they make up the process, so they stay in the job. If it wasn't for the hiring team, I guarantee you those developers are just going to look at your resume and your portfolio and they'll find out if you're good enough or not.
And listen to this language here. So after the past work experience, and let us know what you're excited to tackle next in your career. In short, blow smoke up their ass. That's what they're asking for. What you think you think you're going to get up to this point of the interview and you're going to talk about, it'll be nice to work for this other company and I'd love to eventually get a job in this company. And they just want you to blow smoke up their ass.
They wouldn't even be pleased if you talk about I've got my own side projects that I work at. They're not going to care. They're not going to go flying.
All right, we have the beautiful ChatGPT generated job posts because who the fuck puts a Starwrite star from what's that game called? I used to play it all the time. Scribblenauts. That's it, Scribblenauts. You got the star right here. So Valiant Games, they want a 3D environment artist, and you'll be doing texturing, lightering, rendering, equity only, right? Promoted by Hira. 2. You're paying LinkedIn, but you can't pay your bloody employees, right? It's a fucking joke, if you ask me.
What's the equity?
Yeah, well, we're going to see, right? So what they have here, we're building something bold and cinematic, a new kind of mobile experience co-founded by a major celebrity. Who? It's bolded too. Who's this major celebrity?
I'm already lost on new kind of mobile experience. There's nothing new. It's a remix of something else.
True, everything is always a remix pretty much. And powered by top developers from Marvel, Disney, Pixar, EA, Activision, Blizzard, Sega, Konami, Zynga, King, Jam City, and more. Really? All of them? They're honestly all collabing with each other? Like they ever do that?
One developer from each one of them to make this job post more appealing to people. But equity pay, right?
If you can call it pay. I mean, fucking most of the time you're getting equity of 0.
Equity compensation, I should say.
So they're looking for low poly stylized with a touch of realism.
Which is nearly impossible to do.
Yeah. Designed to make players feel like they've stepped inside an animated film. Right now, we're looking for a 3D environmental artist. Yep, and they said that before. So they have here what you'll do, and it's all pretty standard shit. They want you to, do the work, right? So here we go. Why join, right? Be a part of a celebrity-founded studio. Exactly. It doesn't even tell me like that.
Like that makes anything better.
Yeah, like that does, yeah. So you have here, early team equals massive upside. This is an equity only until fundraising closes. I hate when they say that. I hate when they say like
there's
we're
a period
working
of time that they only can get for fundraising, and it's never after that.
Yeah, I hate when they say that they're always looking for funding. It's a big trap that a lot of people making businesses go to.
There's never a deadline, an end date for getting external funding or revenue or investment.
They're always in this perpetual cycle
Yeah.
of constantly going for funding but not succeeding, and it's a cope that a lot of bosses
You don't
have.
give yourself an end date for that. You give yourself goals and stuff, but then you should still be open to like more funding.
Yeah, and then in brackets, which is very soon. Fuck off.
but
I've seen this company freaking months ago do the same shit. It's the same shit. I've seen this a month
also
ago.
they're saying very soon. They're not saying like in 3 months. They're not quantifying it.
Yeah, there's no way to know. With opportunities to move into paid roles post funding.
Yeah,
okay,
and
whatever
we
you
don't
say.
even know what their definition of very soon means. It could be 2 years.
And
very
look
soon.
at the ego that these guys have, right? This is fucking huge, right? This is an opportunity to gain ownership in a company poised to make this equity worth millions for minimal work. They're confident that they're going to make millions and millions of
They're
dollars.
also confident you're going to do minimal work. Yeah, right. They're going to try and get the maximum out of you.
Yeah, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit, man.
Minimal work.
Millions. Fucking hell. I wonder what they're making. I know. Who knows? Maybe they might become the next millionaires, Andrew. They might become the next millionaires. Your work will help define the look and feel of the game we can't quite tell you about yet. But trust us, it's special.
Or how are you going to find
I
out?
love how you would think by it being an equity-only position, you would think it would be in their best strength to be as transparent as possible and to actually, tell the truth and to actually showcase as much information as possible here. But then they just say shit like this, which doesn't make any sense.
But what if it's not special? What if you hear about it and it's just like, yeah, it's
Oh, it's
sponsored by
definitely
Marvel,
not
but it's
special.
like the most boring app ever.
This place isn't special. They've been doing this shit for months. I've seen their jobs come here and there for months, right? This one's a week ago. They're constantly getting people in, sucking them in, and then spitting them right back out. 3 months ago, they said, grateful for the incredible convos we're having with some of the top minds in gaming VC lately. When cultural IP meets mobile mechanics, the results are special. Excited to share more soon. Yeah, no. You lie, man. Do you have anything to add to that, Andrew?
Red flag central.
Red Flag Central plus simulator plus experience
And ChatGPT.
with a side of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Gotta capitalize that. Smiley face.
Yeah.
Valiant Games. There's nothing valiant about this company. Got something to expose? Call the Spillato Bros.